What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel. We are live for episode 63 of our Madden 20 franchise mode flashback pink slips here in the 2015 season with the Carolina Panthers. We're sitting here 6-6, and in this episode, we're going to finish out the 2015 regular season, which is going to be the final season of the series. Well, maybe not. I got about a week or so left until I could, still Madden 21 type stuff can start coming around. I don't know. Maybe if we get cut short and it's unfair, maybe we could squeeze in the 2016 season. I can't guarantee it for sure. As of right now, let's just kind of go with the fact and the idea that this is it. It's an all or nothing season. Even though we are 6-6, we're tied for first in the NFC South with the Atlanta Falcons. We only have one divisional game left, week 15. Against the 3-9 Saints, the bottom dwellers. That will obviously be a game that we're going to play. I'm not sure out of the Raiders, Vikings, and Chiefs who we should play. I'm thinking probably the Vikings just because they're in the NFC. I don't know where their record's at, but it could be something in relation to the playoffs. It's absolutely not. The Vikings are garbage. So I think that's probably the best way to divvy this up is to take on the two NFC opponents because, we're trying to make the playoffs. First and foremost, I don't really give a shit about my record. We go 8-8. We still find a way to make the playoffs. It's all good here. So if you missed the last episode, it was not hot. We went 1-3. Pretty much the biggest thing that happened was we made Tim Tebow correctly a left-handed thrower. Other than that, in terms of players that we lost both of our starting guards. We lost Gabe Jackson, who's a star dev guard in his prime. We lost Mike Upati, who was an 83. That was a 10-point L. In terms of additions, we got A.J. Jenkins, former first-round bust. I think he was drafted by the Niners. I mean, the profile's not bad. He got good speed, but, last episode did not help our offense whatsoever. On the defensive side, I don't think we got anything as well. So it's just kind of one of those things where last week was not good. We started at 5-3. We ended 6-6. And now, who knows? Who knows how things are going to go, especially in the sim. We got the 7-5 Raiders to kick things off. Generally, the Panthers are not brutal in this sim. We've definitely had some years past, going back with the Oilers, going back with maybe not so much the Warriors or the Eagles, but definitely going back to the Oilers back on the Eli Manning days. They were horrific in the sim. We knew when we were simming we're most likely going to lose. Panthers team, we don't get blown out. We hang in every game, but I would like one of these games against our AFC West opponents, be it the Raiders or be it that Week 17 game against the Chiefs. We get some luck. We get a couple breaks here in the sim, and we could sneak away with a victory. So without further ado, let's get into this Week 14 sim game against the Oakland Raiders. All right, come on, Tim. And it's also the defense. We like to just think of the offense and Tim Tebow falling short in the sim, but our defense is also not. It's not like our defense holds the team to a bunch of field goals and we just can't score touchdowns. It's a combination of both sides of the ball being slightly underwhelming. But look at the base overalls. We were a 78. They're a 79 overall, so it should be fairly close as we're tied up at 10 apiece going into the second half. We're going down the field. Our opening drive of the second half yields a field goal. Pretty good. Defense seems to be playing well. We need a touchdown, and what happened just there was we're in the red zone, and it was a turnover, which gave the Raiders a lot of momentum there. Oh, no, this is not looking good. Damn it, man. Can't catch a break. Look at the scoring. It's pretty much automatic unless we have a very one-sided loss that this is the score. The Raiders won the game, which is 1 star. They got the turnover battle, which is worth half a star. Looking at their player performance, that would have been like one hell of a college battle. Bradford and Tebow, two of the best of their generation. But Sam Bradford went over 300 yards passing, which is worth a half star. On the defensive side, they got 2 sacks for Marquise Mingo, which is worth half a star. They had interception for Gerald McCrath, which is a half star. So pretty much it feels like 85% of the time when you sim a game, it ends up being a 2-star performance. It's exactly what this was, because it was a 3-star. You cut it in half and round up, and it is a 2-star performance, a +4 upgrade for the Oakland Raiders. So for the Raiders, they're getting back one of their former first-round picks. Roll is their starting right outside linebacker, opposed from Von Miller, and he's a 72. So they're going to use all of that +4 to get Rolando McClain, 76. It's not a brutal loss, but we're losing a star linebacker. That's, sucks. That much weaker at a position that's not particularly strong outside of Quan Alexander. We We got a 3rd and 10 here. That's a problem with our team, man. We don't have that playmaker we can go to. But we absolutely need to play. An all or nothing type deal. We just... retract the statement. Judge, I'd like to retract the statement as Victor Cruz gets his 10th touchdown of the season. And that was immaculate. Wow. Oh, it was against Bradley Fletcher. If you're an Eagles fan, you know exactly how that happened. But Harrison Smith was there too, and it could have popped out. But Victor Cruz comes down with it. The most reliable set of hands on Carolina. Oh, there we go. Carlos Hyde showing a little bit of juice, subbing in for Mark Ingram. 2nd and 2. Let's maybe play action this. See if we can get Jimmy Graham open. They do have 2 star players on that side of the ball. I don't think we want to throw a 50-50 up with Harrison Smith looming. And I have no idea who that corner is, but we'll do something like this, though. Every day of the week, Tebow time is in, extending the lead 2 scores. 3rd and 5. We'd love to see the defense get off the field here. They got Derek Carr under center. They got some playmakers for sure. But do you think for 1 second we're... That was annoying. That's Jaquiz Rogers. That's not Alvin Kamara back there. That's Jaquiz Rogers, old Jizzrod. Oh, eat that play alive. 3rd and 2. I don't know why they... it's just your 3rd down back. They have Steven Jackson, who's really solid, but they keep going Jaquiz Rogers. Either way, we held them to a field goal attempt. Great stand from the defense there. Good run defense by Quan Alexander. Another chance to hold him to a field goal here. 3rd and 4. Better believe we're going to be using Aaron Donald. Already has 2 TFLs on the day. Seems to be just winning almost every battle at the line of scrimmage. Oh, Kason just got bullied by Martellus Bennett. And there's the first score of the Saints. That matters. That's not a field goal. All right, we're in the 2 minutes to go in the half here. Can we get positive yards for a running back? Nope, still looking for that. Oh my God, we got Victor Cruz. And we still can't get the first down. 2nd and goal. Definitely want to feed this into Victor Cruz. He is our man. He's our main target. We're going to scramble with the Teves. That's not a great idea. Shave a couple yards off, I guess. 3rd and goal. At a point like now where we're fighting for our playoffs lives, I don't care about slant cheese or not. Especially if you want to talk about cheese, watch any of our games from the last episode where, like, anytime it was a clutch moment, there was a fumble or something, and Victor Cruz just continues to have Stickum all up his appendages. 2nd touchdown of the game. Vital touchdown for Carolina entering the halftime. Oh, what a play on the run, Tim Tebow. I thought that was a pick. Able to connect with Jimmy Graham. Getting closer to, the Saints side of the field. Nope, why didn't you slide? I hit slide, and we never fucking recover it. What happens, man? You can't run the ball. Something opens up for your quarterback. You got to try to do it with your scramble the quarterback, even though he has 80-some carrying. Better believe he's going to fumble it because he just cuss. Oh! If he... No huddle, no time to review, don't care. Oh, AJ Jenkins turning his career around. There's no challenge yet. I don't think there is going to be one, but for the sake of somewhat realism, if this was real life, you'd be hunting the ball real quick. As we continue, there's the entire synopsis of trying to run the ball with Mark Ingram. Breaks the tackle, still gets tackled for a loss. But I don't care, man. We got that huge play. We're in a great scenario here to get a score. I'd like to go to Mr. Alshon Jeffrey if we can. Or maybe take off with Tim Tebow. Get his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Hopefully that little whatever boost you get under the hood kind of eliminates that fumble and stabilize them a little bit to close this game out and get a massive victory for Carolina. Man, we are not getting any pass rush. I mean, New Orleans is, I think they're like an 83 overall. Their record is not indicative of the talent on their team. And really, if I'm anyone outside Aaron Donald, I'm not getting off my blocks. And even with Aaron Donald, it's not ideal because we're going up against apparently one of the best running backs in the league. Jaquiz Rogers. 1st and goal. Defense trying to keep on. Even if they get a touchdown, let's just keep making them chew the clock up. There we go. Aaron Donald gets the sack. Thing of beauty. At this point here, I know we're pretty much given that we're going to give up more points. But if we could get them to take 2-3 minutes to this drive, chew that clock, pretty much pull out all the cheesy stops to try to find a victory here. Oh, Aaron Donald blows it up. Julius Peppers gets the sack. Ageless wonder, his 5th sack of the year. Definitely slowing down a little bit from what he was. But what is he, 37, 38 even? In real life, he played into, he's with Green Bay, which is weird. But Julius Peppers pretty much never peaked. He was always really good. And we get the stand. A great stand here. And they're going for a field goal. Defense does their job. Going for it. Let's at least see what it looks like. We've lost yards on every rushing attempt. This could be self-sabotage, but I want to go for it. Yes! Yes! We're still -5 rushing yards. That quite possibly couldn't have been the dumbest play we've ever done. But it worked. It worked. Oh, okay, Jimmy Graham. How about just make catch of the year to kill this game off? Appreciate you. 21 yards. Flex on him. Pretty much any score on this drive will be great news for us. A touchdown would be pretty fun. Killing up the clock and not getting any scores would also be equally as fun. Great play there. Jimmy Graham heating up in the 4th quarter. A yard away from 100. Maybe we try to get him that 100 yards. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to be deep enough for him to get in the end zone or not. Oh, yes, it is. Game over. Huge victory for Carolina. Pay attention to that ticker down there. Atlanta is tied with Minnesota. 4 minutes to go left in that game. 21 apiece would be awesome if Atlanta can fall away to choke one loss here and get us tops of the NFC South. Very, very good. We won the game, and it was a divisional victory. Whatever you want to call it. 1 by 14. That's 2.5. Right from that, looking at our player stats here, Tim Tebow, through his passing, over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, he gets 1 full star. He also gets half a star for getting 2 rushing touchdowns. An insane performance for Tim Tebow. I guarantee probably his best he's ever had in the NFL. We got a half star for Jimmy Graham going over 100 yards. We got a full star for Victor Cruz going over 100 yards and having 2 receiving touchdowns. And then the defensive side, we got a half star for Julius Peppers with 2 sacks and a half star for Morgan Burnett getting an interception. It's a 6.5 star performance. It's a 5-star, a +10 upgrade for Carolina, and a spin of the wheel. So before we get to see what player we get to spin the wheel. We did a great job earning the opportunity to spin the wheel. On top of that, Atlanta lost, so we are now sole leaders of our division. And look at this, it's pick a team. The best option for a team that is a sub-80 overall, which means we get the best +10 upgrade possible for the Carolina Panthers. Could be anybody. Hopefully it's someone good. I would love a speedster of wide receiver. Could, I guess, crazily upgrade Tim Tebow if there's like an 81 overall quarterback worth getting. Either way, we have to get an absolute game changer, a guy that can carry this team into the playoffs. Yeah, this is quite the upgrade considering Cliff Averill doesn't even play over Danielle Hunter. But using that +10, we get J.J. Watt from our old former team, the Philadelphia Eagles. The only other options we had that I thought even were considerable, we could have looked at upgrading to Richard Sherman at corner. But I'm really happy with our 2 starting corners in Stephon Gilmore and Marcus Peters. Or I could have got Keenan Allen at wide receiver. Again, that'd be more so wide receiver 3. When it comes to push comes to shove, J.J. Watt, easily the best upgrade we can make, especially for the player that we're giving up. So welcome J.J. Watt to help Carolina go on that deep playoff run. So with that victory, impressive victory, we're 7-7. Falcons are 6-8. Minnesota did the deal last week and beat Atlanta. Now they can just go ahead and suck this week. 2 wins, I mean, that's all we can ask for here. So week 16, luckily no one really wants to win the division. I feel like, what year was that? That had been a Hawaii Warriors year that no one wanted to win the division. It seems like that's common more often than not in Madden. But either way, 7-7, looking to go to 8-7. What are their overall? What are we dealing with? Oh, we need another defensive end. Either way, I don't care what their overall is. We're gonna smoke them at home. Here's kind of how I plan on using our D-line here. We're going to go Watt and Daniil Hunter at defensive end, Aaron Donald and Peppers. We're going to slide Peppers in to defensive tackle. Yeah, really no bad option to user on that defensive line for myself, who's a filthy D-line user. Oh! Go Cruz. Last play, one of the worst plays I've ever seen executed. Again, Victor Cruz will constantly give us a second chance. Oh, great throw in the run to A.J. Jenkins. That's a bad matchup. 95 speed wide receiver and a linebacker in coverage. His first career touchdown out of Illinois. A known bust trying to get a second chance in his career. Great throw in the run from Tim Tebow. Hey, there we go, man. Let's win this one. Let's give our fans a big dub in the final home game of the regular season. Oh, well, great. Come on. Come on. Don't care. Right now, this episode, no guilt-free play calling. A little bit of a slant there from Victor Cruz to get our second touchdown of the game. 44 yards. Gotta do what you gotta do. 12th touchdown of the season. Might be wide receiver of the year. All right, first time Minnesota is looking kind of dangerous. Our defensive line, great first quarter, but Drew Brees is Drew Brees. And there you have it. J.J. Watt, first game as a member of the Carolina Panthers, letting Drew Brees feel his warmth all up over himself. All right, big 3rd and goal here. Get a stop. It's Drew Brees. He just needs, you make one mistake. He will find a way to capitalize on it. And there's a drop. I think that's from LaShawn McCoy out the backfield. And we hold him to a field goal attempt. Great stand D. 2nd and goal. Can we make some magic with Victor Cruz? Probably not, but we can scramble. Come on, Tim. Oh, you asshole. What an asshole. Oh my God, what an awful decision to throw that, but it works. Victor Cruz. There's touchdown number 13. Oh my God. Who else? Who freaking else? I have not seen a player this damn good since Antonio Brown way back at the beginning of Madden 20 on our Raiders franchise. Victor Cruz is insane. Game, and we won by 21, so that's starting out with 2 stars. Looking at our play performance, you're going to see how bad this is going to look. 4 yards short of getting a half star here for Tim Tebow, but he did get 4 passing touchdowns, which is worth half a star. We had 1 full star for Victor Cruz for the 130 yards, 3 tutties, half a star for Jimmy Graham going over 100 yards, and then on the defensive side, we had 1 interception from Josh Wilson, which is worth half a star. It's a 4.5 star performance. We were 4 yards away for Tim Tebow for getting back-to-back 5 stars, but then we did that. We'd have to flip the difficulty up to all Madden, and our team is not that good. It's not even in the realm of being that good. So it's a 4-star performance, a +8 upgrade, and more importantly, the victory for the Carolina Panthers. You better believe we're going to be using all of that +8. We're going to flip Morgan Burnett, who's been solid for us, but when you have an opportunity to get Earl Thomas, you can't not have Earl Thomas. So we're going to get Earl Thomas, and then we're going to flip Snyder here and use +2 to get Ali Marpet, a 75 hidden dev guard out of Hobart. Coming over that victory, we have secured a playoff spot. Atlanta, I think, has lost 3 in a row, which is not great. Which is good for us, though. We're 8-7, so it pretty much means this game here is meaningless against Kansas City. They're asking us to rest our players. Don't think I'm going to do that. No injuries, nothing really big of concern there. We have an 83 overall defense, definitely going to be carried by said defense. Now, within back-to-back weeks, adding J.J. Watt, debatably the best defensive lineman of his generation, and Earl Thomas, who, top 5 safety of his generation. I think you could argue that, especially like from the Legion of Boom days. So very, very happy with where we're at as a defense. And let's close this one out. Let's go 9-7, have a somewhat respectable playoff record here to close out the 2015 season. All right, seal the deal. Let's let Tim Tebow do the damn thing. I don't think anyone was like fringe stats. You know what I'm saying? We got 1,000 yards from Mark Ingram. I think we broke 1,000 yards last week for Alshon Jeffrey. And of course, look, when it means nothing, we're actually going to start playing well in the sim, getting 21 points in the first quarter. We'd like to see that defense get some stands. They still got Aaron Rodgers on Kansas City. They're explosive offense. We'd like to hold them under 20 if we can. But either way, oops, Didn't mean to do that. It's looking like a nice victory. And hey, at this point in time, given our roster, any player that we can add as we gear for a playoff run is going to be solid. It's probably only going to be a +4 upgrade. But I'm sure for a team like us, where we have a bunch of guys that are like low 70s starting, there's going to be an upgrade somewhere. But we'll calculate the star rating here after a very impressive performance. 34-27, Carolina wins their final game of the regular season. And calculating the stats here, we won the game, which is worth 1 star. We won the turnover battle, which is worth a ½ star. Look at the player performances. Tim Tebow with 3 passing touchdowns gets a ½ star. Mark Ingram with 100 rushing yards gets a ½ star. Victor Cruz with 100 receiving yards gets a ½ star. And then on the defensive side, we had 2 interceptions, 1 for Gilmore, 1 for Josh Wilson, who's actually been pretty solid for us. That's 1 full star worth of interceptions. It's a 4-star performance. Cut in half, it's a 2-star, and as expected, a +4 upgrade for the Carolina Panthers. Only gonna end up using 3 of our 4. I'm gonna upgrade our guard here, 70 to a 71. Actually, it's gonna be a 72, which is kind of cool. There's always small upgrades, but the bigger upgrade, the name value upgrade, we're gonna flip Daryl Washington, a 77 normal for Bernard McKinney, a 79 superstar dev rookie linebacker who can come in and control the middle of this defense for this playoff push. We get the playoffs. Let's figure out who it's gonna be. Gotta be through the wild card. There's no way a 9-win team gets a first round bye. So as we get to upgrade Daniil Hunter, Darren Waller, and I'm not even gonna try to butcher that dude's last name, we have made the playoffs, and it's a team that's a worse record than us. So we don't feel like complete shit. It's not a good team. It's an 8-8 Rams squad, and that is how we're gonna end this episode. Given the fact that we still got some time, we'll probably. Most likely my plan right now is every playoff game will be its own individual episode, so we will be back, hell, maybe even tomorrow with episode 64, kicking off this playoff run against the Rams. Getting a quick view here, just see what we got in store. They are a worse overall, but they have some playmakers. What do they got? They got Jordy Nelson, Andrew Luck, Odell Beckham, and Willie Parker. Eifert, Gostowski, Bakhtiari. Okay, they're definitely I don't know how they're a lower overall. They're definitely a better roster than us. We probably have a better defense, but they have a much better offense, much better game changers, and Andrew Luck and OBJ. So I'm sure that's going to be fun, huh? And potentially ending a series with Odell Beckham Jr. being the guy that kind of puts the nail in the coffin would not be how I want to go out. But that is for another episode. But we had some big-time dubs. Luckily, Atlanta bottled it. Did they even get a win? Or did they go 0-4 when they got 1 win? They went 1-3 in their final 4 games when everything was tied up between us and Atlanta. And hey, push comes to shove, the better team won. Tebow time got the job done. I guess we could quickly look at the stats here, I guess, to end this season. Tim Tebow did finish 5th in the NFL in passing touchdowns. Almost 4,000 yards, 34 touchdowns, 11 picks, 67% completion percentage. We had 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns from Mark Ingram, almost 500 rushing yards from Tim Tebow, 2 tutties as well. Over 1,000 yards for Alshon Jeffrey. Would have been nice to give Victor Cruz 1,000 because that was one hell of a year. Well, I'm never going to not forget this. If I ever see Victor Cruz in Madden 21, if we do this type of series, I'm going to remember Victor Cruz here in Season 4 with the Carolina Panthers. He was sensational. He's going to be our #1 threat in this playoffs. Defensively, well, we just got McKinney. But Quan Alexander, 120 tackles. We got 7 TFLs, 3.5 sacks. We got 15.5 sacks, 18 TFLs, 69 tackles. Nice. For Aaron Donald was sensational. We did acquire J.J. Watt, so we didn't have most of that with us. 6.5 sacks, 15 TFLs from Peppers, ageless wonder. 14 TFLs, 5 sacks for the rookie Daniil Hunter. Happy with all of those numbers. We had 5 picks from our first-round pick, Marcus Peters. Very happy with that. 2 picks, I guess, from Josh Wilson. He got both those with us, even though we did acquire them. I think it was from the Redskins. So, generally speaking, 93% on our field goals. I'm happy with our team, man. Very happy. Looking at the yearly awards, MVP went to Donovan McNabb. Tim Tebow made the list at number 8. Coach of the year, of course, didn't go to our guy. Offensive player of the year went to Donovan McNabb. Defensive player of the year went to Sean Merriman. My God, how are we going to stop those Eagles? Hopefully, someone upsets them and we don't have to deal with that. Bernard McKinney is Defensive Rookie of the Year. We just acquired him. Quan Alexander, Marcus Peters on that list as well. So is Daniil Hunter. QB, let's see. Oh my God, okay. Arizona, I guess, is pretty damn good too. We had no award winners outside of Marcus Peters, the rookie, being the best defensive back in the NFC, and Dustin Hopkins being the best kicker in the NFC. So if we could find a way to go this full playoff run without seeing Arizona or Philadelphia. Yes, it might be the easy way out, the easy path to winning, but a win's a win. So hopefully we can knock out this Rams team and not see Philly or Arizona in the next round. But that does it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Looking to hit 150,000 subscribers sooner than later as we get ready for the Madden 21 season. Smash that like button, helps the video in the old YouTube algorithm if you enjoyed. I'll catch you guys back here tomorrow for this playoff matchup against the Rams. Till then, peace out.